Who is the youngest NBA team owner, and how did he manage to secure the fortune needed to buy a team at such a young age? In today's video, we're diving into one of the most impressive stories in sports ownership, the rise of the youngest NBA team owner. You may think that owning an NBA team is reserved for billionaires who've been in the game for decades, but one young entrepreneur is changing that narrative. Who is this trailblazer, and how did he amass the fortune to buy an NBA team at such a young age? Let's get into it. Before we dive into the details, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss out on content like this. Let's talk about the youngest NBA team owner ever. His name is Mark Cuban. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, isn't Mark Cuban one of the most famous owners in the NBA? Well, that's true, but we're not talking about Mark Cuban in this case. The honor of being the youngest NBA owner belongs to none other than Ryan Smith, the founder and CEO of Qualtrics and the current owner of the Utah Jazz. At the age of 42, Ryan Smith made history when he became the youngest NBA team owner, taking over the Utah Jazz in 2020. While Mark Cuban was just 40 when he purchased the Dallas Mavericks in 2000, Ryan's achievement represents a new era of tech-driven wealth and savvy investment in sports franchises. But what makes Ryan's story so remarkable isn't just his age. It's about how he got to this point. How did he accumulate the money, and what was his journey like to acquire an NBA franchise? Let's break it down. The rise of Ryan Smith, from humble beginnings to tech mogul. Ryan Smith wasn't born with a silver spoon in his mouth. His path to success is all about hard work, innovation, and a bit of good timing. Born in 1978 in Utah, Ryan Smith was raised with a passion for technology and business. But it wasn't always clear that he'd end up where he is today, changing the landscape of sports ownership. Ryan's first major leap came when he co-founded Qualtrics in 2002, a company that specializes in experience management. But what is experience management? It's a system that helps businesses track and improve customer experience, employee engagement, product feedback, and more. Essentially, Qualtrics gave businesses the tools they needed to measure and act on their most important assets, their people. Qualtrics quickly became a major player in the tech world, with a focus on data analytics and software that companies of all sizes could utilize. But Ryan's big break came in 2019 when he made a major move. Qualtrics was sold to SAP, a German multinational software corporation, for a whopping $8 billion. Now, that's a huge deal. Ryan Smith's share of that sale is reported to be around $1.3 billion, a life-changing amount of money for any entrepreneur. But this wasn't the only milestone in his journey. With the sale of Qualtrics, Ryan didn't just retire to the beach. He saw an opportunity to invest further, specifically in the world of sports, the acquisition of the Utah Jazz. In 2020, Ryan Smith made his move to the NBA. He purchased the Utah Jazz, a franchise with a rich history, but that had been struggling to connect with the community in recent years. The team was previously owned by the Miller family, who had owned the Jazz since 1985. Ryan Smith didn't just want to own a team, he wanted to be part of something bigger. He wanted to build a lasting legacy for Utah, his home state. So, what was his strategy for taking over the team? Smith was an innovator, known for using data to make decisions. His business background in tech gave him a fresh perspective on how to approach sports management. Smith's acquisition was reported to be valued at $1.66 billion, and with that, he became the youngest NBA team owner at 42 years old. His vision for the Jazz was focused on both innovation and community engagement, from implementing tech to improve the fan experience to making the team more connected to its local community. Smith's approach was already shaking things up. How Ryan Smith raised the funds for his purchase. So let's talk about how exactly Ryan Smith raised the money to purchase an NBA team. As we mentioned earlier, he made a huge profit from the sale of Qualtrics. But it wasn't just about having the money sitting in his bank account. Ryan knew how to leverage his tech background, business acumen, and relationships to raise the necessary funds. First, Ryan tapped into his extensive network of investors and business partners. He wasn't going into this alone. He had financial backers who believed in his vision for the Utah Jazz. Smith brought in partners from both the technology and business world, making sure he had enough capital to make the purchase. Beyond the investors, Ryan also used financing from major lenders. With an asset like the Utah Jazz, which is a highly valuable sports franchise, securing a loan from banks wasn't difficult. The Jazz's brand equity, future revenue from ticket sales, merchandise, and broadcasting rights all made the franchise a highly appealing investment. Why Ryan Smith's purchase of the Utah Jazz is so significant. Ryan Smith's purchase of the Utah Jazz is groundbreaking for several reasons. First, it shows the growing influence of technology entrepreneurs in sports. More and more people in tech are venturing into sports ownership, using data, technology, and innovative strategies to reshape the sports landscape. Second, it's a reminder that sports ownership isn't just about having deep pockets. It's about vision, strategy, and understanding the power of branding. Ryan Smith understands the value of community, the importance of fan engagement, and how to use technology to bring fans closer to the game. Ryan's vision includes using the power of data to enhance the fan experience. For example, he's made it a point to improve the way fans interact with the Utah Jazz through apps, digital ticketing, and other technology-driven experiences. This approach is changing how teams connect with their fan bases. The future of sports ownership in tech. Ryan Smith isn't the only one changing the game when it comes to sports ownership. As more tech entrepreneurs expand their portfolios, we can expect to see an increasing number of stories like his. These tech billionaires are investing in sports teams, bringing fresh perspectives and innovative tools that are reshaping the industry. Whether it's utilizing data analytics to enhance team performance or revolutionizing fan engagement through technology, these entrepreneurs are changing the way we experience sports. What makes Ryan's journey stand out even more is that his success isn't solely about financial gain. For him, it's about creating a lasting impact on both the Utah Jazz and the wider sports industry. His vision goes beyond ownership. He wants to transform the fan experience. By combining technology, data, and community-driven initiatives, Ryan aims to make sports more accessible and enjoyable for everyone. His efforts are focused on leveraging tech to improve fan engagement, enhance digital experiences, and create closer connections between the team and its supporters. Through innovations like digital ticketing, fan interaction apps, and advanced analytics, Ryan is using his expertise to take the Utah Jazz to the next level. It's a win-win situation where fans benefit from a richer, more personalized experience, and the franchise thrives in the modern, tech-driven sports world. This approach is setting the stage for a future where technology and sports ownership go hand in hand, and it's exciting to think about where it will lead next. So there you have it, the story of Ryan Smith, the youngest NBA team owner ever, and how he made his mark by leveraging technology and innovative business strategies. From founding Qualtrics to purchasing the Utah Jazz for $1.66 billion, Ryan Smith is changing the way we think about sports ownership. It's clear that tech entrepreneurs are becoming more involved in sports, and we can expect even more exciting changes in the future. If you enjoyed this breakdown of Ryan Smith's journey, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments what you think about the future of tech-driven sports ownership. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.